Hey, yeah, hey, I'm coming back with another video and sorry about the lighting. It is late and here I am crafting. That's why I got my little head wrap on. But in this video, I am going to do a camera. I don't even know what she called it. So I got it from Crafting with Delonda's daughter. She made Morgan. She made this. I don't know if Morgan, I don't know if she got a channel or not. But anywho, she made a camera that it's cardstock, but then she making it for her friends and you put pictures on it, right? So I said, let me do it. The way she did hers is she cut it out. She used the paper trimmer and scissors and the little scoring board. Honey, I ain't got none of that. And I ain't cutting out nothing. So I said, I left it on the video. I said, let me try to do this with the Cricut. So I did. Okay. So this was my first go at it, right? Um, I said I was gonna make this part a little bit smaller, and I was gonna make, I think I made this a little bit smaller for this video right here. And like she drew on it. I probably won't draw on it. I might, I don't know. But I just want to get the technique down, right? So, and then I had blue cardstock, and that's what I used. So, this is what we make it. And look, hopefully this one don't come out like that. So, that's what we're gonna make. And I'm going to make a mock-up. Well, I'm gonna make it for like Valentine's. So I'm using pink cardstock, red cardstock, white cardstock to make this thing right here. So I've already cut it to save down on time because I do want to put it together with you guys, and you know how it can go. And sometimes the Cricut don't work with me. So I said, let me go ahead and cut it out. So I cut it out already. But I am gonna walk you through the steps on what I did in the Cricut, Cricut Design Space. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do first. Oh, and I printed it. I think she sent her pictures, three 3x2 pictures to Walgreens, had them printed out, and then she just cut it and then she glued it on there. No, guess what I did? Sticker paper, baby. Yeah, sticker paper. Uh-huh. Cause yeah, why? Why Morgan? Why Morgan? Cause she got time and she young and she can do that, but not me. So I'm gonna assemble it and hopefully it go all right. Because the thing that's gonna get me is probably this part right here. Like see if I got enough room to glue to the top and glue to the bottom. With this one I use double-sided tape. The double-sided tape ain't it, y'all. So I brought my craft glue, precision craft glue, precision craft glue. That's what I brought down. We're gonna see. And the good thing about this glue is when it goes on, it dries clear. I'm gonna show you how I know. Cause I made, I think I just put this on. This the only part on I put with glue. And it was all around here, and you can't see. It's clear. All right. So without further ado, this is what this video is about. So let's get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and I'm gonna put me at the bottom so you'll see me, but I'm gonna take me from the panel so I won't see me, if that makes sense. Okay. And yeah, I'm bundled up like it's 2 degrees outside because I'm cold. Okay. I'm anemic. I can't help it. I'm cold all the time. All right. So let me share my screen. Oh, let me stop sharing because I didn't do that right. So let me share again. Let me put me over the shoulder at the bottom. Let me make me smaller so I don't overwhelm y'all. And let's put me right here. Let's put me right there. I think that's a good place. I think that's a good place. I might be in the way for some stuff, but I think it's a good place for me. Um, and then I'm gonna hit share. Then I'm gonna take me away from the hide video panel. All right, so now you're seeing what I see without me seeing me. Okay. So I'm in Cricut Design Space. I did everything in Cricut Design Space. The problem is I really do want to give out this template, but I got to ask ChatGPT how can I get it out of here? Like how can I get the template out of here to the people? Okay. So, oh, you see what I mean? See the green right here? We've been waiting all day trying to cut out some. Because right now I just want to move this so you don't see it. So I don't want you to be overwhelmed. But these are the pieces that I had. This is the piece that the pictures are going on. Like that. Here go my pictures that I just went over to ChatGPT. I am gonna give y'all the prompt though. So I'm gonna take you to ChatGPT on how I got this and just random people to sit on the picture. I hope it's big enough. Oh Lord, I hope they're big enough. Well, they're gonna be big enough because guess what? They could, and it's all right if it's white around it. If you wanna, the box is big enough if you wanna put something on it. I'm not going to. Okay, just let you know. So, and this is the top box. This is the bottom box. This is the heart, the camera lens. So this is the camera lens. And right here, this is the clicker button. That's what that is. All right. The thing is, I don't remember the sizes because I just made it up, right? I can't even move it. Here it is. So let's go down and let's start with our box. Okay. So the thing is, did I do this organically or did I copy somebody else's box? Let's see. Because it was a mess. Okay, first I brought in a shape, right? Because I did do it, but I was like, this for the birds. Okay, Morgan cutting this out from hand. But anywho, so I brought in a shape and what was her measurements? I think it was 4.5 by what? What'd that say? This is 4.3 by 2.6. What about now? 2.5. Okay, so this was 2.5. So the height was 2.5. I remember that. Let me move this out the way. So 2.5. I mean, unlock it, and I think it was 4.5. 4.5 by 2.5. Do it sound right? And no, I think I did myself. Okay. That was her measurements. We're going to use my measurements because I like my box. My box works for me, okay? And then I'm going to duplicate that one and take it over here. And I know this one is 3.5. Nope, I think I did everything myself, girl. Everything myself. The bottom portion is smaller than the top one because you need the top one to fit over it, if that makes sense. Like a gift box, remember a little present box for Christmas times, and you take the top part and put it on top of the bottom part. This is what kind of box this is. Okay, so let me see. That's 2.5 cent 4 and 4.11, and it's 4.3, so it's bigger. Okay, So this is what we're gonna use these sizes right here. I'm gonna say, let me change it to the same color. This is gonna be red, and this is going to be pink. All right. So let's move on down to the screen, right? So we got the bottom box, and the top box. The top box is pink, the bottom box is red. Right now, let me go ahead and lock it in. I'm just gonna, I guess you can measure it however big you want to make your box, because you don't have to make it my size. But this is what I'm working with. So for the size I got for the top part is 4.361 width and a height of 2.722. Bringing you a box that size. Let's go ahead and hide our bottom box right quick. So I'm just going to hide it just to get it off the screen. It's still there. So with the top box, you brought in a shape. You got it at 3.4. I'm lying. 4.361 by 2.722. Okay. So then I came and I brought in an offset. And I had made my offset 1. Enter. I made it sharp corners because it's a box. And then I hit apply. All right. So now this is the top box. They're both going to be a 1 inch. Okay. So to get it, the score lines and the cut lines like I needed them to be, I came over here and I brought in a shape. I brought in the first one, which is a score line. I brought in the score line and I put it right at the edge of the pink square. Okay. Then I changed the height of it to the size of the, you know what? Let me go ahead and write the let me get a text box. And let me change it to, let me change the operation to basic. Oh, I got to get it off writing first. So I'm going to say bold, basic. Okay. So the pink box, the pink square, pink box equals top box. And the size of that is 4.361. Can I type? Four. Girl. This is what I'm talking about. I want to type in here. Four point 361. Is that what I said? By 2.722. 2.722. 2.722. So let's put this over here. Girl. Okay, I'm just gonna bring in another test box. This we're doing too much. So offset of pink box equals 1 inch sharp corners. Okay. All right. So I got that. So remember that score line I brought in? I'm going to put it on the edge of the box, pink box, and I'm going to make the height 3.722 maybe? Let's see. Nope, it's longer than that. So what size is that? 4 point. Okay, 4.708. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is that score line, I'm going to duplicate it and put it on the other side where the box is. And let's move it out a little bit. And let's move this one out a little bit. So you can see what I'm saying. I'm just making the screen bigger so you can see what I'm saying. I'm just putting a score line there and there. And I think I'm gonna move that score line over just one more and move this score line over one more. Maybe two. Okay, one more over here. All right, so I got the score lines right there where they need to be. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in another score line, okay? Because I'm going to end up changing one of these. I think I'm going to end up changing this one because this is going to fold in. Yep, I'm going to end up changing it. But let's just get the score lines in there now. So I'm going to take this score line and I'm going to duplicate it. And up here on the panel at the top, I'm going to change the rotation to 90. And put it at the top of that pink square. Make it longer. And it is 6.408. I just made it the length of the gray square. So I'm going to take that score line and I'm going to double it. I'll duplicate it and put it to the bottom. All right. So now I got my score lines where I want them to be. So now we got to figure out what line we need to cut, because we need to cut one of these on each side. Okay. So we're gonna cut this side because we want this to bend down and bend over and make a corner right here. So we're gonna tape this part to this part. So we're gonna cut this line. We're gonna make this line a cut line. We're gonna make this line a cut line, this line a cut line, and this line a cut line, and everything else is gonna stay a score. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make the score line. Well, let's leave it right quick. Let's bring in another line. I know if I'm confusing you. This is how my brain works. And then instead of it being a score line under operations at the top, we're going to change it to basic. This is going to make it a cut line. So we're going to make it shorter. And we're going to just put it right on top of this score line. So that it can cut. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so I can see. And bring the screen over. Where my little right here. So and I want it to come down and touch. Now can I make this smaller now? Let's see. Yep, and just pull this score line down. We're gonna do one corner at a time because I am going to duplicate that again, though I'm gonna push this score line, this cut line over just one. All right, so it'll make a perpendicular 90-degree angle right here. So I'm gonna take this cut line, I'm gonna duplicate it, and I'm gonna come over here and put it on top of the score line, making sure it's at the top. And I'm gonna highlight the score line and make it smaller. And let me zoom in it somewhere. Let's make it go back one. Let's see. Yep, I'm gonna leave it right there. So cut line, one long score line. This cut line is 0.994. Okay. We're gonna duplicate it because what we did to the top, we must do to the bottom of the box. So I'm putting it on top of that score line. I'm going to highlight the score line and I'm gonna make it smaller. And yep. Then I'm gonna duplicate that score line, that cut line, and bring it over here and put it on top of this part of the score line. And I'm gonna highlight the whole score line and I'm gonna make it smaller. All right. So once we do that, we got our top box. The box is done. All you gotta do is delete this. And there's your box, top box. Cut, 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 and everything else is score. What you're gonna do is you're gonna highlight the whole thing and you are going to attach. This tells the Cricut that you want it to cut and score on this one place and not just have random score lines and cut lines on your mat, because that ain't what we do around here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and change this back to pink, right? So I'm just gonna highlight the square, the offset of the square, and just turn it to pink because this is my top. Now let's do the same thing again. I'm gonna pull this over here. I'm going to go back down to 100. I'm going to find my square, my red square. There it is on the screen by itself. So the very first thing I did was, let me come up here and get a text box. And I'm going to say red box equals bottom box. I'm going to hit enter because I need the size of it. And it is 411, 4111, 4111, 4111. So 4.111 by, let's click on it again. And it is 2.574. 2.574. 2.574. 2.574. That's the size of the box. And make it smaller again. I'm still going to, I'm going to duplicate this, put 1 inch around. So right now, I'm going to group that together. So it'll stay. And now I am going to get it back by itself. And put red right there. All right. So I'm going to do the same thing. It's come up here. I got the red box highlight. I'm going to come up here and get to the offset. I'm going to, it's already on 1 inch. I'm going to make sure it's on sharp corners. See this? Sharp corners. Click apply. All right. So now I'm going to come up here and get a shape. I'm going to get the first line, which is a score line. And you know it's a score line 2 ways. The first way in operations, it says score. The second way is when you get off of it, it's a dotted line. Can y'all see that? See how it's a dotted line? All right. So let me move this down some more so it can be on the screen by itself. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the score line, put it at the edge of that red. You know what? I'm just going to put it at the edge of the red box on this side. So I don't confuse you. You know what I mean? I don't want to confuse you like I did before. I'm going to make this 200%. So I know that I need to make this score line the same height as the red box though. I'm going to try to get it down. Let's see if I did it. All right. So I'm going to take that score line. I'm going to duplicate it and bring it over here to the other side, to the edge of that red box. I'm going to take that score line and I'm going to duplicate it again. This time I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. That makes it vertical, horizontal. So now I'm going to put it at the top of the box, the red box. And then I'm going to go all the way from one edge of the gray to the next edge of the gray. Go all the way over. All right. So then we're going to take that line again and we're going to come down here and put it at the bottom of the box. So now we got our score lines. Now we need our cut lines. So we're going to come over here, get a shape, bring in that score line again, except for this time, we're going to change the operation to basic. That change it to a cut file. We're going to make it smaller. And we are going to go from the edge of this box to the end of the gray. I think I need to go in a little bit more. Well, it didn't look all right. I'm going to keep it right there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take that cut line, that little bit of cut line we just put on there, and I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to put it at the edge of this top of the red box and the end of the gray box at the top. It looks good to me. And we're going to duplicate that short cut line again because we got to take it to the bottom. Whatever we did to the top, we must do to the bottom. So I got putting it to the edge. Okay, look good to me. And I'm going to duplicate that again. And what I did to one side of the edge, I got to do to the other to make 4 flaps on each corner so that we can, now I know I'm off right here. I know I'm off. So I'm going to take it and go over. I went over too much, it looked like. Let's go back. Let's go back 1. All right. So I'm going to take this back down to 100%. And now I'm going to delete the red box. And now you have your bottom box. You got your score lines along with your cut lines. So we're going to take, well, first let's go ahead and change the color to red. And then we are going to highlight the whole thing, score lines, cut lines, in the box. And we're going to attach. Now your boxes are, your top box and your bottom box is done. Top box and bottom box is done. Okay. So now we are going to work on top box, bottom box done. We are going to work on the little elements here. So the little clicker where you take the picture and then the camera lens, what you're looking out of. That's what these parts are. So, and I just made that up, but we can, I brought in a square and I brought in a heart because this is for Valentine's. And then I'm gonna need a circle. Okay. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it on the screen by itself because I'm gonna get it on the screen by itself because I don't want to confuse you. And then I'm gonna put it at 100%. So I got this box, this heart, and this circle, right? Let's start with the clicker. So I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this box. And right now it's at 2.2. So I'm gonna make it skinny. Let's make it half. Um, that might be good. And then I'm gonna take the width over to 5. I should have unlocked it, but anywho, just gonna make it skinnier. 5 and because you don't want it to be too thick. Like I think the one that I got here is too big. Because technically your clicker on your camera now is embedded in the camera. It's not anything sticking out, I don't think. I ain't had a camera in a long time, but I don't think so. So this is going to be red. I'm going to change it to red. But you can change it to whatever color. If you want it to be black, you want it pink. But this is just the Valentine's Day thing. So it was going to be pink, red, and white. So I'm going to change it to red. And this is, because you're going to curve that up. And then you're going to put that on the top. So I'm going to, let's make it bigger so I can see about getting it down. Because it don't need to be big. It need to be big enough. So I think that should be good enough. All right. And I'm going to change that to red. If you want, you can have it whatever color you want. So this is the clicker part of the camera, okay? So I'm going to group that together. And let's get it on out the way. So everything that I've done already, I'm just taking it on out the way. So now let's come over here. Let's make the screen bigger. And this is going to be the camera lens. Technically, we need to put the heart on top of the box. So hold on, let me put the heart on top of the box so we know how big we want our lens to be. Okay. And red box is the bottom box. I need to go over here to the pink box. So the part that you are measuring how big you want your lens to be is the inner part of the square right here, or the rectangle. In between these score lines right here, this little part right here, because this is what you're gonna see. These are the sides of the box. Sides of the box, front of the box. So you can have it as big as you want or as small as you want. It's up to you. I'm gonna say, and then you can have it on the side, you can have it in the middle, have it at the top. You can have wherever you want your lens to be. It's your box. Now you can have it because sometimes the camera lens is in the middle and sometimes it's on the side. But if you want to be and have yours, if you want two lenses, put two lenses. It's yours. It's your box. Okay. If you want to put a sticker on top of the lens, do that. It's your box. Okay. I say right now I'm gonna make it this size. Okay. I'm gonna make it this size. And then I ain't gonna do it today, but because I ain't cutting out nothing else, I don't think. What you can do, you can get some vinyl, write their name on it. You can write Happy Valentine's Day. You can write love to your husband, to your wife, love your husband, love your wife. You can do whatever you want. Oh, wife, wife, husband, husband. Whatever you want to put on here, if you want to. Now, in Morgan's video, she drew like the flash up here. She drew hers on. I'm pretty sure I ain't gonna draw that now. I could though, because that's easier to do than going to get vinyl. But I think I am, because I am gonna put this in my own stationery store. I am starting a stationery store, and I think this is cute. And this would be a good thing to put in there because you don't necessarily have to do it for Valentine's Day. You can do it for a Friend's Day. You can do it for birthdays. You can do it for any kind of day, Christmas. So I think this is like a universal type. So I'm gonna put the box itself in there. Okay, but we ain't finished with the box. We still got to do the pictures. So we're just working on the outside of it right now. So I want my lens to be this size, okay? So I'm gonna take it over back to where I was so we can make it. So now I am going to take this, and technically I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller because I need to offset. I'm gonna come up here and get an offset. Now this offset ain't gotta be 1 inch because that's entirely too big, okay? And I'm gonna take it down to where do I want to take it down to? You can take it down to whatever you want. I don't want mine to be real big. It's just like an offset, just so it's gonna be white. I think that's okay. I think I'm gonna leave it like this. So I'm going to hit apply. It's 0.111. As a matter of fact, let's just keep it even and say 0.1, enter, and then apply. And I am going to change the background of my whole canvas to yellow because I am going to change this heart, the offset, to white. I'm going to change the black heart to red because that's what color I want to make it. And now this is the part how much you want it to stand off the box. So I think what I got is too big, though they do have camera lens that's wide like this, but for this project, I don't like it. I want to make it a little bit smaller. So I'm going to still keep it, well, you don't have to do it because you can just round it around one time versus a lot of times. So I'm going to group these two hearts together. Let me undo. I just want to group it together. There we go. And group. And because it's going to sit on top of that like that. How wide is this? We just make it 5 like the other one. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Enter. And then we're going to make it smaller because right now it's 0.6, 0.7 actually. So let's just make it 0. Let's just do 0.5. Oh, yes, let me unlock this. 0.5 height and 5 width. And lock it back, change it to red. Technically, I could have had it pink, but I think I did everything red and just the bottom part pink, I think. I think that's all I did. But anywho, you can make it whatever color you want. And that is the bulk of the, let me group that together. That's your box. Now we got to come in here and get our pictures. All right. So I am going to need so let's do this one because it's the smallest box. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to ungroup it for 1 minute. And I'm just going to duplicate this box and take it over here by itself. And let's group it back. So right now we should have 4 groups: the top box, the bottom box, the clicker, and then the lens. All right, so let's come over here and get the picture portion. So right now I'm gonna get another square. Okay, this is how wide you want it, and this is how you know what size pictures you want. Because you might want to do bigger. You want to go big or go home. You know what I mean? Because it's going to sit. I'm gonna make it white. I'm gonna go ahead and make it white. Because it's going to, you're gonna glue it to the bottom box and to the top box. You want it to make sure it's going to fit in there. So I'm gonna go a little bit smaller. Just a little bit smaller than the big box. I mean, the small box. All right. And that's all I needed that for. Just to give me the size of it. So I am going to make this height of 10. And then I'm gonna lock it back. All right. So now I'm gonna come in and get a shape. You don't necessarily have to do this part. I just like to, because I like to have to know where I'm gonna put my pictures. I'm gonna rotate, because you notice when you come in, it's a score line. I do want to keep it a score line. I'm gonna go ahead and rotate it 90 degrees to turn it horizontally. And you want to pick enough at the top to bend and glue down. I think that's enough. I think that's good enough. Okay, so I'm going to take my score line and duplicate it again. Now it comes to how big you want your pictures. I'm going to bring in another square. And this is the pictures. This represents your picture, okay? So how big do you want your picture to be? And if you are sourcing it out to Walgreens, or if you're printing them yourself, like how big do you want it? I think for this one, I'm gonna leave it at this. So that's, you got enough white space at top and at the bottom and on the sides. I think that's how big I want this picture to be. So I'm gonna duplicate that down. And let's see if I can group these. Let me duplicate that score line. Duplicate. Oh, you know what? Let me move this out the way. And let me group that together. and put it back. And then the group, duplicate. But I need to get rid of that small one. You can put it on top of, exactly on top of the other one. So you got enough for, okay, technically you can get rid of some of this white right here. So the way I did it, this is going to be fold. You're going to take another piece. So you're going to group these together. Or technically you're going to, let's duplicate it first. Let's duplicate it first because you need, well, it depends on how many pictures. You might want a lot of pictures. You got enough room in this box for at least, you could probably fit one more in there and it fit fine. And it closed fine. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to have two because that's all I cut out. And you're going to take this part of the flap and glue it to that part of the flap. Okay. All right. So now you're going to take away, I'm going to ungroup everything because you're going to delete the black boxes. You're not going to keep these black boxes. So I'm going to delete, I duplicated, not deleted. So you're going to delete this black box and this one and I need the box. Girl, let's just work over here. I'm going to keep this one and I'm going to change that to a guide. And I'm going to arrange it to the, what's already in the front? Okay. So now I do want to move this. Oh, technically I can get rid of this since I don't messed it up. Delete that one. I'm going to come over here and attach my score lines and my white. And then I'm going to duplicate it. So now you got where your picture's going to go. Okay. So that part is done. Now you just come on here and get your pictures. This is your size of your picture right here. And what I did was I went over to ChatGPT but you do pictures of you and your husband. But if you want like these scenes and you just want to put your face, you and your husband's face on here, or you and your girlfriend face on here, or you and your wife or whoever. If you want to put your faces on here, here's the prompt. This is how I started out. I said, I need 10 3x2 inch images of black love. Okay. Though with this one, I don't know why he was in the same damn pose until I said something, right? But then he was in the same position, and she changed. But anywho, I ain't got time to fool with it. But I need a woman to be African American with caramel skin tone and locked hair pulled up in an updo. She is wearing purple ballroom gown with long slit down the right side, showing off her beautifully structured leg. She has on a purple high heel shoes that is laced up to her leg, insinuating elegant and poised. Her man is complimenting her style. He has on a purple suit with black shirt underneath with the black Stacey Adams. I don't know the shoes. Back in the day, there was Stacey Adams. I don't know if they still wearing that now. I don't know. I don't know. But I remember the Stacey Adams. She is holding her I said she is holding her intense. And I should have said he, but anyway, he got me because look at the pitch. Once you have the base image, I need you to turn those two into multiple images. Keep them the same face without changing. The only thing that changes is the background. Do you understand? Well, he didn't understand me because he just gave me that and he kept them the same, period. He just changed the background, but he did what I told him to do, though. Then I said, change their poses to fit the new scenes, and he did this. So then I said, change their poses and their clothes because they kept on the same thing. And then he gave me that. And then I said, now make this into a mega prompt and give me the prompt I need to come up with. Wait a minute. Give me the prompt I need to come up with the images I want. You know what I mean because you're so good at it. You know, you got to give him a compliment every now and again. And he was like, yes, I know exactly what you mean. This is the kind of prompt where precision matters so you can reuse it to get consistent results without the faces drifting or the vibe changing. Below is a clean copy paste ready mega prompt. You can use an image generators like DALL-E, Leonardo, Midjourney style systems, or any AI that supports detail scene control. Read it once, then save it. This is your master key. So y'all gonna get my master key, honey, because you can have it. And what you would say is it says create the same couple, the woman's description, the man description, the relationship dynamic, image series measurements, scene variations, final instructions to AI. Do not change their face. Do not change their skin tones. Do not generate different people. Do not stylize into cartoons or illustrations. Photorealism only. Luxury editorial photography quality. If you want this, I can tighten this for, okay. So I am going to put this in to get this to you. You can get this. And then if you wanted your face, you can say, add in up here based on the image that I uploaded, create these images right here. Do not change any features of the man or the woman. And it should give you what you want. Okay. So I did that. And let's go back over here to Cricut Design Space because I downloaded those pictures. You see those 3 images. And then I just picked 10 of them from all 3 of these, whatever background I like. And what I did was, well, let me show you. Let me show you how I did it. Let me upload just one of them and I do a couple of them before I get to assembling this box here, this camera. I'm gonna put this on the board, add to canvas. And there it is. And then you see this right here. I'm going to arrange it to the front. Because I'm a slice. Maybe. So I'm gonna come up here. I select the guide, click arrange, bring to front. And for my picture here, make it bigger. No, I'm gonna make the screen bigger so I can see. I'm gonna take this box and I'm gonna make the pictures bigger. Ah, all right. So you see this? I said, who don't want to go to Paris? I'm gonna have to make my screen a little bit bigger, smaller, because I need the bounding block. So I need the smaller and position it to where I want at least the Eiffel Tower and get them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna highlight the box, the guide box and the pictures. I'm gonna hit slice, move my little guide to another picture. Let's do this one. But don't alter the change of the guide because that's the size of the pictures that you want to tape on to your background. So I'm gonna take them two and I'm going to slice. So right now I got two pictures. And you just do that for however many you want. So that's two. Let's come up here. Let's get this one. And you highlight it and slice. And let's say you picked all the ones you wanted. That's everything. That's all you wanted right here. And just get rid of this. And delete. Girl, undo. I thought I was touching this. And now delete. And I keep it with it. And now you want to test it. Let's put it over here. Take one of your pictures and you put it where you want it to be. All right. So when you're satisfied with the pictures, then you are good to go. So I'm actually bring up well, no, print. Okay, so let's hide all the words. So I'm just clicking on it instead of deleting it on the layer panel on the right hand side. You see where it says group. Expanding in a group, and you see the words offset for pink box. That's what I type. It's a big T that say text. I'm just hiding it by clicking on the I. And you can bring it back by clicking on the I again. And there it is. All right. So you hit make. This is what I'm talking about. I print this I cut it I sent the pictures to my printer and I'm gonna stop because we gonna have a problem with me trying to show you what I did. So to print the stickers, I use photo glossy paper. Where the paper come from? I don't remember where the paper came from, y'all. Amazon. I'll link some glossy photo paper below because it might have been koala. Am I saying it right? but it's photo glossy paper. That's all this is. And then I click on well, photo paper. That's the only thing you got on the back. Ain't got no name. But I send it to the printer. I used my Canon 9500 series. I did not I did not turn on bleed, but you turn on bleed if that makes you happy. Okay? I just didn't. And it cut out fine. I don't see any white. You would turn on the bleed just in case you need to calibrate it. Then you won't see the white part because you have that extra cushion. I just took off. I just took this off, right? And the way you put it, when you print it off get it off your printer after it prints, there is a square right here with an arrow on it. This is how you know this is going to go in your upper left corner down on your mat. It tells you what to do. You got to listen to your paper. Listen to your paper. Because I don't want you to put your paper upside down. And it cut off. It's gonna cut off if it's upside down anyway. So these are my stickers. I just took that off. I cut the stickers at white sticker paper, more pressure. The problem is I had to do it twice. I had to do my Cricut, but I don't have a new blade. My blade ain't new. But I did more pressure and I had to send it through twice. Because I had to send it through twice, when it got done the first time saying it was finished, I tested it. When I saw that it did not pull up just now, like it did not pull up and leave the picture behind, do not unload it. Just hit the Cricut C again, send it back through, and it's going to cut in the exact same place. If you unload it and it did not cut all the way through, you might as well use your scissors, because if you put it back in, the Cricut is not going to go over the exact cut lines that it did before. It's going to be off. I promise you. You know how I know? Ask me how I know. The only way it's going to go over the exact cut lines is if you never take it out of the Cricut to start with. It has to stay in the Cricut. It has to stay loaded. Test it. If it didn't cut all the way through, press Cricut C again. If it cut all the way through, then you're done. So for the cardstock, I cut the cardstock on 80 pounds more pressure. One time was good enough. The paper is Ashley Celebration Warehouse. It's her paper. I'm married to her brand. She don't even know it. Am I getting paid? Do I have a commission? No. But I like her paper. So who am I to keep it from you to tell you what I like? There are a lot of paper out there. But I like hers. But that's me. All right. So being that I cut it out all the way, I'm going to move this computer back so that you can borderline see me. Don't judge me. Let me move it out the way so you don't see it. No way. All right. And here's all my pieces of paper that I cut out. Pink was bottom, right? Red is the top. The white is what I'm gonna put my pictures on. The red and the white is the camera lens. This is what I'm gonna sit the camera lens on. It's gonna sit like this. And then the button. I'm gonna do it the same way and then have the button on top. Now, let's start with folding everything down. Let's go ahead and fold everything down. Now I don't have no bone folder. I just got my nails today. My nails gonna have to be good enough. Be careful not to break your box over here where you had the where it's gonna be folded over. And when you score it, it just makes it easier. But what I could have did was put like 10 of those score lines on top of each other. It would have made it easier. But I didn't do that. All right. So all the top box, I'm just going through scoring everything. I mean, folding all my score lines. That's all I'm doing now. I got to figure out how to get that file out of, I guess I asked ChatGPT, out of Cricut Design Space so that I can pass it out. And some of my stationery store got my books that I got published in there, like my journals. And my calendars. I made 2 calendars so far. One about miniature schnauzers and one just a little girl. But I haven't even put that picture. I haven't even put that one up. All right, here's the background. Girl, oh. So with this, I'm gonna fold both ways, okay? Because it'll be like an accordion, the way the pictures lay on here. So I'm gonna go front and back. Yeah, this missing out my nails. I ain't got no nails to start with. You know what? Do I got a credit card or something over here? Yeah. I got a strong enough an English card. This might be strong enough. I ain't strong enough. But I'm gonna use it. It ain't strong enough, but I'm gonna use it. So I'm going back and forth, both sides. Sorry about that. And I'm just doing both sides because I want it to be easy to maneuver around and not be stiff. I ain't got no nails as it is. It's tearing my nails. All right. So now what I'm gonna do, it's gonna bother me. Anywho, oh, it's gonna bother me. Mine is, this is the old one, right? This is the very first one I did. And I know I got blue on. You probably can't see it. Um, Glue. Let's use the glue. First, no, let's do the box first. Let's put the box together. And with that box, I'm gonna use the double-sided glue tape. Hold on, maybe on this side. All right, y'all. Okay, let's do this one. Let me just put a piece on every side. It's too long. And let's see if it fit in here. There you have it. It fit in here. I should have put more pink on there though. I should have put more pink. All right, we got the box. The next thing I did was let's do the pictures because we need to first get the layout of the land. So this part is going to be so you need to go this way. And there we go. But this going like this. It's in there like this. Girl, right? And this is okay. Or it should have been about. Mm, I'm sure I can like that. No, I gotta get this on here some kind of way. So this is going to be like this. At the top. The thing is, now I gotta, how do I put these things together? How did I put these together? Maybe. Maybe this is like that. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to figure it out what I did. I don't think we need these two flaps. I think that's what's throwing me off. All right, so let's stick them together this way. Let's use tape first. I'm just using a little bit at a time before I commit to the glue, okay? Before I commit to the glue, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and commit now. Or I'm just gonna let it be. I'm just gonna leave it as glue. That's it. All right, so it's gonna go up on here, right there, and come down here. Like that, right? We're gonna try that. All right, let me put these pictures on this way. So this is gonna be my right side up. And if you want your pictures to be in a certain order, put them in that order, okay? I don't have a certain order, not for this. And to be honest, I could have stood to make these pictures a little bit bigger. And if you wanted to alternate side to side and write a little note on here. Of course, I don't have a pen on it. Oh yeah, I have to have a pen. I wrote, I pay my bills. I pay my bills for the month. You're gonna say, I love you. Put some hearts. And you can do this in embellishments, right? And when I was saying like going to the side and or even have Cricket write something down for you. And um say you mean the world to me. And then you can alternate sides. Um, um, I can't live my life without you in it. I mean, you can work whatever you want to do. And you can go back to saying nothing. You can put a star. And if you want to get Cricket to print out something, cut out something. Ooh, girl, don't do no stars. Put a heart. And I can't draw, honey. You don't want me drawing on your stuff. What else? Love. Put XOXO. Whatever. Then going back to nothing. All right. So here are my pictures. It's my this is the way I got my pictures done. I wrote on some of them to the left, some of them to the right, and some of them got nothing, right? So my red is my top. I'm gonna put some glue. Well, this is thick enough. Let me do some tape. I thought I was gonna need that glue, but this part right here is thick enough. Girl. But people got like tape runners. Get you a tape runner, honey. And that right there ain't it. It ain't it at all. And then I'm just gonna take it to the top, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna tape it down at the top. So far I hadn't used any glue, just tape. Because it's gonna be like an accordion. It's gonna go down, it's gonna come up. I could have stood the push that down a little bit. Let me take it down because right now I got it at the very top. Let me take it down just a little bit. Just a couple of centimeters. Because it don't have to be flush like I just did it because it ain't gonna be right. I'm glad I didn't put no tape on here. I mean glue. So I'm just taking it down just a little bit. I just took it down just a little bit so that I can close the box. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. All right. Now maybe this go a little bit down. Mm-hmm. You know what? Yeah, that's it. All right, let me do the button. I should have did this in pink. And I'm just curling it up. And then I'm gonna put some tape on it. I mean glue. Then that nail gonna bother me. And now I'm gonna put glue on the top, put the little dot on, put glue at the bottom, and tape it on. I'm gonna put it on this side. I'm gonna put it on this side because I got that one on that side over there. And see how it go on white? It dries clear. All right. Close that up a little bit. Bring in the lens. And I'm going to put the red on top of the white. I'm going to use double-sided tape for this one. I'm trying to get it centered. It's as center as it's going to be. You know what I mean? And then roll this around. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. It don't have to be as tight as that one. Oh, sorry, y'all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of tape and put tape on the inside. Girl. I can't get it on my finger. All right, tape on the inside. And then tape to keep it shut. And I just made a ring, and you technically ain't got to use as much. I like the sturdiness of it. So this is how my ring is going to be. Can you see it? I don't know. Girl. And then take this and glue this to that. And feel, y'all, and feel. Let me see how much battery life I got. Oh, Lord, let me plug in my computer. And this is just the camera lens, okay? This is just the camera lens. So you're going to take this and you're going to put it on the box. So I want my camera lens to be in the middle. Where I got this one at? I got it sort of kind of on the left. And like I said, you can write stuff on it. Okay, I'm gonna put it on the right. And that's it. That's all it is to the box. Like I said, she drew on hers. I don't want to. You can. If if I'm gonna do this for real, if I'm giving this out, if I'm making it for real, for real, I should have made it for real for each of my sisters, but no, not Valentine's. I think I'm make a Christmas. Um, then I will write their name over here. I'll probably do like a 3D cutout of something, maybe their picture, maybe the bobblehead, maybe no, could that take away from the lens? I won't put a bobblehead, but I can put like a sticker of them, a sticker of us, Merry Christmas to from, um, yeah, happy birthday, happy graduation, whatever. I think these are so cute. Shout out to Delonda's daughter Morgan for coming up with this. However, I wasn't gonna do it by hand, but I will get Cricket to make it for me. And this is how it is. Y'all, I didn't even look to see if I had this on the right size. Yeah, I did. I didn't even check though. I just taping stuff down, didn't even look. Ain't that so cute? Oh, it is so cute. Anybody would love to get this. I ain't even lying to you. So that's the one I did just now. This is the very first one I did, just as a mock-up using the cardstock that I had down here. Didn't even glue it down all the way. Didn't, just the seeing because it was my very, very, very first. But for it to be my very first, I still did good. I'm proud of it. Even I, ain't having one color cardstock down here, and I wasn't going to get it. And this is more for Valentine's. Yeah, that is the tutorial. I wish I could tag Morgan. I mean, can I tag people? I don't know. I might see. Because you can't leave no messages for people either unless they see it, but they ain't following me. And not little old me. Not little old me, they ain't following me. But I love this. This right here, love. Okay. Well, that's all I got for you. And like the video, subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell, and so you'll be notified whenever I put up a new video. I do put one out every week, like Delonda. Okay. And these videos are scheduled out to mid-March, I'm sure. And this probably going out. I think I'll go ahead and send this one out though. I might go ahead and put this out because it's Valentine's. But I'm about to make some more and it's gonna go out later. I'm about to make some more right now. But anywho, um, thank you for my 400 subscribers. I really do love you. I appreciate you. And you don't even know. I know I am far, far from 1,000. But honey, I'm gonna get there one day. And I know with y'all rocking with your girl, I'm gonna get there even quicker. So with that being said, I ain't gonna keep you. I'm just messing with you. But I'm messing with you. Um, but leave a comment below. You plan on doing these little cameras for anything? Let me know. Would you have or tell me how I can get it out of Cricut Design Space as a template? Like, how can I do that? I need to know. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT because that's my BFF. With that being said, I'm just messing with you. I will see you guys in the next video. And bye.